What is up, everyone? Rory Plays here for the Saloon Media Group channel. Today we're going to continue on part 3 of the Her Story gameplay series. Got through most of it, as you saw before, though. Still have quite a few code words to use, plus a third page starting. One word that I was told to try to use, though, and we're not going to use it straight away, but we will give it a go, is the word blank. Now, if you remember from the last couple of videos, whenever you click on a file, it would pop up and there would be a descriptor in there called blank. From the sounds of what I gathered, if you type this in, scrap everything else, you will get that opportunity, and you will basically cut them out. So if you delete it, it'll basically knock them out of the ranking, and then whenever you type blank again, it'll knock up the next 5. Was also told of a way to get more than 5 open at a time. However, that seems like an admin thing. It says to type in the words admin underscore random or admin underscore things like cloud. Basically, it gives you opportunity to watch more videos at a time, to cycle through like 12 or 15. It also gave the option. Sorry, it also gave the option to get like secret videos that couldn't be viewed any other way. I will look in that, and eventually, I found out that you can play the game after you get the last like closing section. So it is not a case of, oh, you've got to get everything done before you finish. I'm going to try, but so blank will be basically if I get sick and tired of entering codes. So we're going to jump back in and we're going to give this a crack, see how far we can get, and see if we can knock this all out. And the last word we looked at was cellar. So let's jump on screen and see where we can go. All right, I want to try the word bruise. All right, see, there you go, blank. So if I delete that, won't pop up again.
Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. It hurt like hell.
I don't believe you.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to put on harness to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. His girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen.
Seems like a loving sister.
So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
I'll get rid of these ones while I'm at it, just so that when we do use that blank tag, it doesn't affect it.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Okay, so there's that one done. Type in baby. Another one that I had on my list. Here we go.
The wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Could have started some shit. Nursery. What does that get me? Absolutely nothing I haven't already gotten, apparently. Boxes. Now try to remember these are a couple days old, so I don't remember why I chose these words or what spurred them on. Just know that, yeah, they were there. Boxes will go bin bags. Just kept mentioning bags, so I don't believe that's a different one. Alright, we'll go separate. I probably spelled that wrong. Yep, I masked that one. And Grace Kelly was another one. Apparently one entry found. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. There is one more page. A lot of answers gone. Affair. So that should light up like a motherfucker.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Kinda was. Think about it.
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
I mean, that's usually where shit starts.
You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Analyzing the freaking cop there, eh? Alright, so affair got me one. Sorry, got me two. I don't know, that's gonna be one or two words, we're gonna find out.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand in the oven.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's the same thing. I don't know from experience, but
Fingerprints?
alright, that one was pretty damn right basic as fuck.
Yes. Yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. Were the fingerprints in all those places?
I mean, at your house.
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
No, it's not.
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it.
Alright, so that is 50% of the database, apparently. So that's good. It's getting emptied out, getting cleared. So we'll continue on with our code words. So I picked guitar, didn't know what would happen with it. I figured she plays guitar enough, maybe.
No. Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
You're a loving wife, I can tell.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Now all of a sudden, oh, 2 minutes 30.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No. It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street.
You'll notice I kind of drop off and stop caring when it's music. No, I'm not musical. It's just I don't even like music in movies, so this kind of takes away from it for me.
Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the
Is that the only song she knows?
eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and see, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swans. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
I mean, I got an achievement, but at what bloody cost? Tap. We're getting out of that one real quick. It might have been top even, so I might mistake that one. We can get rid of that. We will fix it for top, which does give us an answer, but one we've already seen. So next we'll go code. It would have been tap because of the tapping she does on the desk. Gotcha. So I thought maybe that would have had an issue. Go with blood next. Wow, 5 entries and I hadn't seen a damn one.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Not really sure why I had it stand up.
It's never happened to me before. Blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
You said that.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
Thanks, sweetheart. That's why we're here. We kind of knew he was dead.
She was sat behind him. She had blood on her. She was in shock.
Right. We have a few entries on this one, yeah. But I thought.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Man's dead. No, not really. Privacy kind of goes out the window. Sorry.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Hey, not really your business, surely, interrogation.
Our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage. No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Okay. Go Princess Diana. Or Diane. Diana? I don't remember. But as you remember, she did make a mention of it, so I'm just going with code words I can find. And that one popped up. So
We were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
okay. The word yes. Jesus. 35 entries.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Sure.
I wonder if that'll make a difference to it.
That would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
I don't think there's a time to get smart. Okay, I was kind of hoping it would give me a different lineup of yes, so that blank one might come in handy. No, 59 entrances and only a certain few can be used.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
I hate that line. It was funny growing up when I'd hear it, but now it's just a case of like, yeah.
Good stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific. No one knows how to push it better than those you're close to.
And it's very true. Alright, so I'm obviously not going to get the one I want. Try Princess on its own. I'm only get 7 entries. That's absolutely fine.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river. And then there was a church. There. Yeah. And I probably well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
I said Princess. Alright, you can read whatever the fuck you want. That's fine. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of the tag from you, honey. Thank you. Whatever. Stories. We got a lot of them.
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Aren't you? Remember, you used to read a lot. Doesn't mean they're going to work.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
I might be wasting time doing that.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
That's your job.
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant. It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower.
We did this one already. Oh, 'cause I'm trying to get rid of that, even though, as we can see, it doesn't matter. So I remember that one pretty well from the last episode. Even though that was like 2 days ago when I recorded that. Oh, I don't need to do that. Okay, divorce is out. Married will be a popular one. 12 entries. Well, there you go. Can't read them all, but they're there.
We got married when I was 17. Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Not really the one here on being interrogated.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. You could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive-aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
I mean, that's a good thing, right? My partner and I argue about probably a little too much, but most of it's reasons that need to be argued about.
I think it was that time, the first time, at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic spur. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Eventually, maybe. Okay, Glacier.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaciers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
That seemed very matter-of-factly.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaciers. No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier. He doesn't have much money. I don't know.
Don't seem to be knowing much lately compared to the questions I'm asking, which is kind of frustrating, but I guess this is kind of meant to immerse you heavily into maybe this role. Okay, husband and wife gets me nowhere. Prince is probably just going to get me that bloody street again. Oh, a new one.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become yourself.
Wow.
Simon was my prince. And that hasn't changed.
Hasn't it? Suppose it makes sense. Most princes end up dead. Devoted. Got me nothing. Bit cliche, but let's try life. 12 entries. None available. Well, if I tried life, so we're going to try death. How the hell does that get me nothing?
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
I had a feeling that would get a response.
She was gone. And she's never coming back.
That sounds like he went batty. Tried sister, so we'll try brother. We'll get no response, but hey, we tried. We're going to try raised. See if we can get more of her underlying background story. And we can't. So we'll try good, which will give us a lot of options, probably. 14.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though, I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Okay.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us. Oh, tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
Who are you trying to hit on?
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's. A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just 1 sugar.
And that's why it sounded like she was contradicting a lot of her words, because it is two different individuals. Try evil, we'll get nowhere, we'll refresh this, see how we're doing. Yeah, because I noticed earlier her story about Glasgow changed from slept on the side of the road to went to the hospital. I was like, why the change? It just didn't seem right.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left, I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Okay.
Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years.
Keep referencing that like it's meant to mean something. Like, not every relationship has to have arguments.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
You just make that about yourself much? So I'm guessing if you get music, you basically shortcut on like a main plot line. Right, that is another page, leaving me with not much options. I didn't have a lot of options coming into this episode, and I haven't really found a lot that could be mentioned now. I change that to violent on a whim, and still get nothing. Okay, so violent is done. I'm going to go coroner. I'm going to go funeral. Oh, okay, good.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
Fair enough. And you just mentioned my next lot. Cremation. Both options there. Now, I should have clicked on it earlier, but the watch he was wearing. There we go. It's already been done. I'm not going to try blank because I don't think it's going to work. There are so many options there.
On his throat. How?
Someone put it there, sweetheart.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
I think he was scared. He died, but you know. Okay, well that's all I've got on that one, so let's just try the blank. 106 entries. Okay, let's try this. We'll try the admin one since we've got time. Admin underscore. Damn, what was it? I've forgotten it. I said it at the beginning of the time. Look, we'll try admin. No, I can't think of it. Try this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the rules to this game are, so I'm just gonna go with what it has. No. Thank you. I mean, righto. Yeah, I don't know what that's what to do, so. Alright, we'll get back to the admin one on a later date and try to figure it out. I will come back tomorrow and do a I'll look it up and I'll actually write it down this time because I didn't write it down the first time. I will write it down and that way I will have the answers and we'll try it out tomorrow, see if we can see what we can get. Yeah, see, I typed in the word secret, I didn't get nothing either. So yeah, it was I'm not exactly sure what I was trying to get, but we'll go from there and we'll pick this up tomorrow. So, for those of you who kept watching the video all the way until the end, thank you so much for watching. Sorry. Hard to breathe at the moment. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell as well, so you know when I'm on next, and also it just helps me out a tremendous amount. If you want to get a hold of me in any other way, my webpage will be down below. It has links to every single avenue to find me on, whether it be my Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, you name it. Discord's probably easier to get me on, but a lot of people seem to go through Instagram, which neither one bothers me. But I would like to grow the Discord community for SMG as well. It also has links to my online store, so you can get absolute beauts like corsets inside out. So I just watched this one last night, so it was ready for today. All right, yeah, you get absolute beauts like the SMG t-shirt. There are other ones on there. As I've mentioned the last couple of days, there is the Rory Plays Gen 1 and Gen 2 shirts. There's also a Rory Plays Gen 2 hoodie. Not 100% sure whether or not that's going to be to people's likings or not. It was just something I wanted to try out and give a go. And we're going to go from there with that. Like I said, that's going to be it for today. And I will be back on tomorrow. And yeah, we'll finish up. See if we can finally trick this chick into saying she's guilty. Bye, guys.